Hey, sports cards fans, Ray from Philly here, and welcome to another episode of Sports Card Talk. This here is Sports Card Talk episode number 19. And if you viewed our last episode on the 18th episode, we did a top 10 undervalued rookie Hall of Famer cards. And we want to thank you for all the views. It went over very, very well. It was a great response from all of you, and we want to thank you so much for that we decided why not do another episode? So we're doing a part 2 of 10 different most undervalued rookie Hall of Famers. And here to join me is my co-host, Mike, This Baseball Card Life. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Ray. Great to be back with you again.
Yeah, this was a great episode last time. It was a lot of fun. People loved it. And I think people just love top 10 lists of anything. So and this really hit a chord with a lot of people. It gave people an idea of what they could go out for, because let's face it, in this crazy market right now, we're just trying to show people, hey, not everything is overinflated right now. Yeah, all of the cards have gone up, but there's still some big time bargains out there that you can go out and buy and still enjoy the hobby and not get overwhelmed by all the unbelievably high inflated prices right now. So, I'm ready to start when you are, Mike. I mean, we can do this all night. I would love this.
All right, so we'll start here. So all the following prices were taken from the website vintagecardsprices.com.
Great site.
On today's date, February 24, 2021. I believe if you want to sign up for Vintage Card Prices, there's a discount link. Was it a bench clear that we talked about last time?
Yes.
So you can use that code if you want to sign up. All right. So the first card of the 10, if I can click, is the one in the center, Pudge Rodriguez. So the 1991 Ultra Update. So why did we pick this one, Ray?
This is a top 5 catcher of all time. I have him, definitely in my top 5 with guys like Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra, Carlton Fisk. I mean, he's a superb catcher, a fantastic catcher. But you look at these values, I mean, you can get a Gem Mint 10 for under $50 for his best rookie card. It's a steal.
Yep, and these came in box sets, and there was even a few other Hall of Famers in that box set you could buy. So if you buy a box set or just the graded card, either way, you're definitely going to get your value worth.
Absolutely.
Money. So,
I mean, look at the comparisons. It's a no-brainer.
Yep. All right. Number 2 is the 1991 Bowman Jim Thome rookie card. You can see the huge price difference there for $145, $499, and $4,860. So
yeah.
So popularity definitely has something to do with price for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the pop report helps how hard it is to grade a 10 is definitely a factor. But Jim Thome, that's
great player.
Great player. What does he have? Like 600 home runs?
He's in the 600 homer club, which is fantastic. Great guy, and he's on the MLB network, so he's still visible. It's a steal right now. You could buy this card. It could be had for way under $200. Now, cards are going up every day, but still, compared to Griffey and Frank Thomas and other cards of that era, just trying to show everybody that there's cards out there that you can buy at a much cheaper price.
Yeah. All right. Next up is some 80s rookies. So we're highlighting the Ryan Sandberg in the center there. And these are all Mint 9 copies or examples. So yeah, 140, 291 for Tony Gwynn, and the Kirby Puckett's up at 400. So
yeah, for a second baseman that is top 5 all around second baseman of all time. When he retired, I think he was the all-time home run leader for second baseman, which now is held by Jeff Kent, another guy who should be in the Hall of Fame. But this is another great card to get from an iconic set.
Absolutely. All right, next are 3 other great cards, and we're taking the comps off the 8s. So we got Cal's regular rookie card and Ozzy the Wiz and Ricky Henderson, Mr. Third Person. So you can see the huge price difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
I mean,
eight, just an eight.
even if people went up to a 9 on the Ripken, I mean, the 9 on an Ozzy is way above 596, and a 9 on the Ricky is in the thousands.
Mm-hmm.
So a 9 on the regular Topps issue Ripken is probably under $200. We were just looking at 8s at $65 for a PSA 8 rookie of the Iron Man. Yeah, another great
Yep.
bargain.
Yep. Next is Andre Dawson there in the center, and these are all near mint 8s. You can see he's at 130 compared to Eddie Murray at 213, and we put Ozzy there as a comp also. So,
yeah, the Hawk, great player.
Mm-hmm.
Won MVP in 1987 with the Chicago Cubs. That's a steal. I mean, I know a lot of these players aren't popular, but what people have to realize is that all of those big cards that are going for high prices right now, the average collector's getting pushed out of those cards now, like the Mantles and the DiMaggios and Williams and Mays and Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they're going to start going to these kinds of players. And so eventually I do believe that these will go up too. But right now, they're a good price.
Yep. All right, next is some 70s stars. We got Ray's Mike Schmidt there in the center, and Robin Yount and George Brett. So we really wanted to highlight the Robin Yount card there on the left-hand side as being so much cheaper than the other two.
That's such an undervalued rookie card of Robin Yount. 3,000 hit club. Even in a 9 right now, I mean, the Brett's Brett's more than double for Yount. Schmidt is quadruple the amount. We're just trying to show cards within that same area, 73 to 76, say. And Yount's that's a bargain too. That's a great player, great card.
Yeah, and the popularity of the Project 2020 set last year had that George Brett rookie, so that could be part of the reason.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
All right, next we're going with a pitcher, and a couple other Hall of Famers. So we got Bert Blyleven is what we're highlighting, or no, we're not. We're highlighting Carlton Fisk and just showing Bert Blyleven and Schmidt's price and PSA 7s.
Yeah, Fisk is a top 5 catcher of all time too. It's just stunning when I saw the price of this for a top 5 catcher in Fisk, $108 for a PSA 7. And like I said, you guys can go up to an 8. We were just trying to show some affordable prices, and I'm sure an 8's more than $108. But I'll guarantee you it's a lot cheaper than the 8 Blyleven and the 8 Schmidt. It's just astounding to me. Pick them up if you can.
Yep. All right, next we've got Fergie Jenkins is the one we're highlighting with PSA 6s across the board. So he's only $89.
Yeah.
Along, Seaver and Nolan Ryan are, $1,500 to $2,200.
Yeah.
So
won 20 games like 8 times, and just a great pitcher. Phillies had him, but this was a fantastic pitcher. Had a great awareness of the strike zone, had great control. He has close to 300 wins. I'm pretty sure he's got over 3,000 strikeouts, if I'm not mistaken. I think he does. But even if he doesn't, I mean, this is a Hall of Fame player for under $100. There's steals to be out there for sure.
Yeah. And I don't think we're saying that like Ferguson Jenkins is the level of Seaver and Ryan.
Right, exactly.
We're not saying it's 4,000 plus strikeout guys, but it's not like a tenth of the price or whatever. The price difference is so huge. That's why we put it on this list.
Right. So, we're not saying Jenkins is anywhere near the caliber of Seaver or Nolan Ryan, but we're trying to say, look, if you're priced out of the Seaver and you're priced out of the Ryan and you feel like you can't buy anything anymore, you can. There's rookie Hall of Famers out there that you can still buy, because I just have a feeling that once people are outpriced of the Seaver and the Ryan, they're going to start moving to guys like Jim Palmer and Sutton and Ferguson Jenkins, and a lot of those guys are. I wouldn't be surprised if a year from now, that Fergie Jenkins will still be affordable, but it'll probably be worth $200 or $300 because everyone's going to be moving towards those kinds of players now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. The next one is we're highlighting Jim Palmer, and we're using Nolan Ryan and Seaver as kind of comps here. And you can just see the crazy price difference. And the popularity of Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver, or at least nowadays, seen in the hobby, is a lot greater than Jim Palmer.
Yeah.
But I've got a slide after this to just kind of show you guys if you don't know a lot about Jim Palmer. So Jim Palmer has the most wins in the 1970s, more than anyone else with 186, as you can see there and highlighted in the orange. So he was an incredible player in the 70s. He had 8 21 seasons in the 70s, which is incredible, which is the reason why he has 186 wins. 3 Cy Youngs that time. He won the World Series 3 times. Just 1990, I think he was in the Hall of Fame, first ballot. So just a great pitcher. I mean, his cards are really affordable.
His numbers in the 70s, they're not just good, they're dominating numbers. And it's not like he's not a popular person because, he did a lot of announcing for baseball games. And I know he did a lot of announcing even for the Orioles, and he did commercials back in the day. I remember when he retired, he got elected into the Hall of Fame, and he was the first player that was elected in the Hall of Fame to come out of retirement and attempt to pitch again. Didn't work out that well because he was in his late 40s, but he always kept himself in great shape. And it's just astounding to me. And this is a pitcher that you can say is comparable to a Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan, not like Ferguson Jenkins was, but Jim Palmer was a incredible pitcher. So it's just amazing how some of these cards, how low their prices are. Great price.
Yeah, I remember him popular in the 90s, but I'm thinking like 2021. I don't really see him on TV anymore.
Ever, man.
He's too old for those underwear ads. So being, and 19 what? He's like 75 years old. 75 years old now, so we don't.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I told my wife that I'd mention it on the video, so there you go. All right. Let's see who's next here. All right, our 10th slide here is with Willie McCovey, and these are all in 6s, and you can just see the difference. So at 332, and the Bob Gibson's 989, and the Pete Rose is a lot more than that. and we know that it's a short print there for Bob Gibson, but it's still 3 times the price of a Willie McCovey.
Mm-hmm. And we know Pete Rose is not a Hall of Famer, but it's still an iconic rookie card of that around that same era.
Yep.
So McCovey was another stud, 500 home run club. I think he won an MVP in the late 60s. He was just a spectacular player. It's not that it's a cheap card, 332, but I could see this card climbing in the near future too, because people are going to catch on, and I'm just trying to steer people to look at some of these other players, if the other cards are too much money.
Yeah, and it's a great looking card too.
It is.
It's not like, no offense, the Pete Rose on the right with the floating
heads.
Yeah, his 64 looks a lot better, but anyhow.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so those are the 10 cards that we thought are a really great value right now compared to other Hall of Famers.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, there's, we might keep on doing this to just try and help people out right now during these times of, franticism, where people are like, oh my God, this is too much money, I can't buy it. There's quality out there right now for a lot of rookie card Hall of Famers that people can purchase and still enjoy the hobby. Like we said earlier, we're not saying these guys are better than those players or on the equal level, but nonetheless, it's still a rookie card number 1. It's still a Hall of Famer, and I just wouldn't be surprised if some of these values start going up on on these other players now, because the big iconic ones, people are just getting way too priced out.
Yeah, and if you're like me bidding on eBay, I've been really disappointed the last few months where I'd even bid, 10% more than the vintage card price's value and still get outbid,
Yeah,
in the last like 3 seconds.
yeah,
So you find a card
that's
that you really
yeah,
like and you just do this and you're just really frustrated. So,
yeah. That's a good point. It's been happening to me too. I've been looking at VCP prices, and everything that I'm seeing is selling above it right now.
mhm.
So, you know, I don't know if VCP's got to update their database a lot sooner, maybe, but
Yeah.
that I'm seeing pretty much everything. If I'm interested in something, I'm like, oh, let me see what the VCP is. Oh, it's $70, and it ends up selling for 120 or 140, just like that. So that's another point we're trying to tell everybody is that things are moving quickly. So why not take a look at these other cars before people start jumping on them too?
Yeah, because
And it could happen.
Yeah, because you sent me a list with prices on the 20th of this month, and 8 out of the 10 cards that we highlighted all went up
Already went up.
in 4 days. So, just those 4 days. So,
Yeah, that happened in our last video with Kofax. I sent you the price on Friday night. We did the video on Sunday, and the car doubled in 2 days. That's crazy.
yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Anything else we want to chat about before we hang this episode up?
No, we just will really appreciate everyone tuning into these shows. We're really glad that you enjoyed the last top 10 undervalued rookies. We hope you enjoyed this one too.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more of these type of videos. We're having a lot of fun with these lists. And thanks for tuning in tonight to episode number 19 for Sports Card Talk. From me, Ray from Philly, and Mike, this baseball card life. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yep. All right. Bye.